Downtown has held a special place in my heart, as this is where I spent most of my late teens and early 20s. Taking a quick bus ride from McNally High School and being a mall rat in City Center food court. After stuffing my face with cheap tacos and burgers, I'd head over to Edmonton Convention Center and work as a banquet server. I remember leaving work early just to celebrate an Oilers win during the majestic 2006 Cup run. Those were the days. Today, I get to interview the people who make Edmonton's downtown a wonderful community. A couple of them are old friends. My first guest is Yanni, also known as
Jonathan, born and raised in Edmonton. As you know, we were born and raised on the south side, so been living and working and playing in downtown Edmonton. I think I moved here downtown in about 2009, so it's been a great spot and been good to me ever since.
It's almost been 15 years then, eh?
Yeah. It's actually crazy to think about, but yeah, 15 years, yeah.
Have all your needs been met in this core? Like you're able to, grab anything you want to eat, anything you want to cook. Nightlife's good for you as well. Like, what have you been up to here?
Yeah. I mean, anything you want to do in downtown Edmonton, it's got it going on, right? If it's, I think a lot of our out-of-town friends hear about Edmonton and they just think there's only Oilers downtown, right? And it's, don't get me wrong, I love the Oilers, but there's so much more, right? There's live music, there's a ton of food options, happy hour, late night eats, cocktails. So there's a lot of things going on in downtown Edmonton when it's not just game night.
Yeah, no, for sure. You said you like some late night eats, other restaurants. Where do you particularly like to go to?
Okay, I was hoping you'd ask me this question.
Okay.
So are we talking about like bites or cocktails or just wherever I go?
Whatever you like to do. Okay. Where does Yanni on a Saturday night usually go? I kind of think I know the hour. Answer, I think I know it ends in Bauer.
Yeah.
But you can
I would
elaborate.
be remiss if we didn't mention Bauer. So, I mean, there's so many great food options to pick. And one of my favorite parts about downtown Edmonton, which I don't think a lot of other cities have, is our spots really have great food options and great cocktails under the same roof.
Yeah.
You don't got to pick one or the other. So, I mean, one of my favorite spots is definitely Red Star, right? The Red Star menu is so underrated, and they keep adding new things all the time. So, that's always a great hit. And then there's other places too. Like I really love Woodwork. Their happy hour there is really awesome, and so is the Common. The Common, you can never go wrong. It's always great food, great drinks, and great atmosphere too. Also,
what I find interesting about yourself as well is that you're very affluent in the culture downtown as well. I understand you're on the board for the AGA, the Art Gallery of Alberta.
Yeah. So I've been on the Art Gallery of Alberta board for a few years now. Really cool. And one thing I love about the AGA is just the accessibility, right? Like when people hear art gallery, they really think upscale and uptight and unapproachable, right? So if you're not an art expert, really stay away. And AGA is really the opposite of that. So I really love kind of going there, seeing what new exhibits they have all the time. They have regular refinery parties, which are like late nights parties at the art gallery, which, where else can you do this but downtown Edmonton, right?
Yeah.
So it's really, really unique in that sense. And like, I love the art scene. I can't draw if my life depended on it. Like, I'm no artist by any means, but, downtown Edmonton really opens it up to anybody to really give it a shot and really try.
You're also very active with the Edmonton Film Festival as well.
Yeah.
Tell me more about that.
Yeah, so the Edmonton International Film Festival is a 10-day film festival in Edmonton, downtown Edmonton, which I've been a part of in some way since 2007 or 8, so it's been a long time, and I love it. It's like the best time of the year in Edmonton. So they get thousands of submissions because a lot of people don't know this, but it's an Oscar qualifying film festival. So if you win a award at the Edmonton International Film Festival, you are then eligible to win an Oscar. So so if you're able to do that, it's really cool. We've actually had a few of our films that won at IFE go on to win an Academy Award, which has been really cool in putting the whole film festival on the circuit map, right? And it's great. We get directors and actors and actresses and film creators from all over the world coming to hang out in downtown Edmonton for 10 days, and it's a really cool experience every year.
Oh no, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love attending. It's a great party. If you're in this area, must do,
Yeah.
must drink, must eat. I feel like you have a favorite dish around here as well.
Yeah. Or if someone's coming from out of town, where do I
are you
take
taking
them?
these friends?
I mean, so one of my favorite parts about downtown is that like it's a pretty small downtown compared to other big cities, and so you don't really need to do a lot of driving. You really can kind of just like you find your way downtown and kind of hop around to different spots.
Grab a scooter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
So nice.
When it's not snowing. Yeah, and I mean, when it's really small, it's really cool because you'll always just run into somebody you know, right? Like how many times have we ran into each other at Bauer?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think I've been on like a couple dates there. I'm like, oh, Yanni's here.
Yeah, so always run into your friends or coworkers.
Yeah.
So if somebody's coming from out of town, I would say you got to check what shows are playing, right? So is there something playing at the Citadel or the Windsphere that you got to check out? I got to give a plug to the AGA, of course. Is our new exhibit that just rolled in, and then from there, there's always great cocktails at Clementine, which is a bit on the other side of downtown, but still downtown. So Clementine definitely is a spot to stop into. And then another spot that when friends come from out of town, I make sure I take them to Baiji. It's a really unique spot in Edmonton that they really haven't seen elsewhere. So, yeah.
That's great. So I mentioned you said Clementine, you says on the edge of downtown. Where do you think downtown ends?
So apparently there's some sort of debate on where downtown starts and ends.
Yeah.
109th is not the end of downtown. Downtown is much bigger and comprehensive than just 109. So I would say to 124th.
To 124?
Yeah.
I feel the same way too.
And if that's like a hot take or gonna cause trouble, then slap my name on it. Then, yeah.
That's really funny. But yeah, no, that's great.
So we have a plethora of seafood options at the Pearl. We do fly a lot of our seafood in fresh weekly, so we do make airport runs quite frequently. We'll start with our oysters, which is always a great pull for our restaurant. We do buckashuck daily. These are barstool oysters that also have been branded as Black Pearl barstool oysters because we've sold so many in Canada. So we're pretty happy about that, and it's something cool about our business. We have a lobster bisque. This is a reflection of our restaurant that we make everything from scratch. We do not buy anything pre-packaged and serve that out. We put the love, attention, and detail to every little thing that we do. And one of my favorites is our PEI mussels in a garlic white wine sauce. You can't go wrong, and the only thing missing from that dish is a sweet piece of bread you could dip into that sauce.
So what brought you to open up Black Pearl? I understand you came from Italian restaurants here. So why didn't you just open up an Italian restaurant instead in this space?
There's two reasons. One, we opened it selfishly because we really like seafood and we like the way that we do seafood. So how we do seafood at Christmas and at family gatherings and how we even do it in our own kitchen is much different than you would get at any other seafood restaurant. We have our own flair and swing to it. It's just a staple in our family for sure. And why we named it the Black Pearl is not because of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
Yeah. It's again ties back to my husband's mother, Morella, and her favorite piece of jewelry is the Black Pearl. Kind of, this is her little space.
That's good.
At the end of the
that's
day.
Great. It's a nice, like, sentimental spot.
Yeah.
You know, just to honor
Exactly.
Mom. Yeah. No, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
You're on the board of directors for the Edmonton Downtown Business Association. It's been very pivotal in creating a safe environment downtown. What are your favorite contributions while on the board?
Oh, there's so many. You know, the DBA sometimes doesn't get enough credit for even the cleanliness of the streets. We have people going around and crews, you know, cleaning up and picking up garbage and just making the visual presentation of our downtown, which is the first thing people see, and that's the first thing that would scare them or welcome them at the end of the day. So I think that was the first thing that we did, was really put an emphasis on cleanup and tidying and whatnot. The ambassadors as well is a really great program. They're calling in, you know, 311 to report vandalism or report, you know, somebody in distress. All these things that us citizens, you know, don't always take time out of our day to be like, oh, well, there's, you know, graffiti on the wall, sort of thing. But those little things will add up and they will make it more vibrant. We have, you know, flowers going on, you know, adding color to the street. We had patio grants that over 60 restaurants took over, and they got some money to spruce up their patios, just to make sure that, you know, when you're here, you feel welcome and you feel like, you know, our downtown has some class.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I love the patios during spring, summer. I mean, there's really big ones going down, and Kelly's over there, and it gets over big here too. I mean, you shut down some of the street too as well during the summer at times for...
We do have, like, it was al fresco when we did have the downtown farmers market, and on Saturday this was all just a walkable street on 104. This year, unfortunately, the downtown farmers market went bankrupt, but the DBA is going to be facilitating a market here because Edmonton and downtown Edmonton really need it. And, you know, that's one of the things that I believe most of the residents miss so very much is the outdoor market on 104 on the weekend.
I'm wondering, what kind of downtown do you expect your children to grow up in the future?
I would expect my children to grow up in a downtown that's safe, that has lots of foot traffic, because when you have lots of foot traffic, there's more eyes and there's more people looking out for each other. And you're going to have problems wherever you go. Doesn't matter if it's downtown or south side. Anywhere you go, there's going to be issues. It's just how to enjoy your downtown and never give up on your downtown. Always give it a chance.
This looks delicious. The steelhead cream.
I've had this dish before.
Thai basil, citrus, chili, olive oil, and apple. That looks good. Yeah, go ahead.
Classic chicken skins.
Yeah, fried chicken skins, and I think that's the honey mustard.
I do a crunch to my microphone.
Yeah, do a crunch. And then the beet salad.
I think there's some pears in there as well. Pistachios. What's the sauce at?
I feel so bad always breaking it apart because it looks so pretty. That's excellent.
Classic flavors together. Goat cheese and beets.
We had first met almost 20 years ago
That's a long time ago.
Edmonton Convention Center. It used to be called Shaw Conference Center. So we used to wait tables there and used to work in bar as well. And yeah, was this your start?
It was not actually my first job in the food industry.
Yeah.
I did make it a couple shifts at a very large international food chain, which I will not name. But yes, Shaw Conference Center was basically my first official job. And yeah, it's weird to think about because I guess I've been working in the food industry since I was 15 years old. So yeah.
We were kids then.
Were
you in
kids.
high school then?
I was in high school then, yeah.
Yeah, I was there grade 12.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun there.
So gourmet dumplings is a frozen take-home meal that you own, and just how did you get into just wanting to share your favorite food to everyone?
It's not my favorite food.
Okay.
I know, everyone thinks that I eat dumplings all the time, but oh my gosh.
It must be your favorite.
Making dumplings so much, I barely eat dumplings myself anymore. But yeah, I don't even know how I got started with dumplings. I guess like one day I was just like, how do you make this? It must be so hard. And I taught myself, and yeah, no, it was just such a challenge. So it was a fun challenge. I conquered that challenge, and now I am a dumpling master, I would say.
Yeah. How did you get into doing these private dinners? And like, you're obviously so fulfilled doing it. You do it every weekend, hey?
Not every weekend, but a lot of weekends
A lot
for
of
sure.
weekends, I
Yeah. So just working line in a restaurant, like it's very much taxing, and you don't have the best hours. You usually get home at like 12 o'clock at night if you're lucky. So those hours just weren't working for my life, but I still wanted to continue cooking for people. So yeah, private chefing just kind of fell in my lap, and it's very fun being able to curate a special menu for someone for a special occasion. And it allows me to, fulfill one of my passions, which is actually making food and plating it on a dish.
So yeah, you teach these cooking classes for Get Cooking. It's located in downtown Edmonton. Where does it really operate here?
It actually operates outside of the Grat McEwen residence building. A lot of people think we're associated with Grat McEwen. You can't get a degree from us, but you can get lots of tasty food and great cooking skills.
Mm-hmm. What got you into wanting to share your skills?
So first, because I became really good at dumplings, and that's a skill that, takes time to build upon. And I just wanted to share that with other people. Because I was self-taught, I knew the struggles to get good at something. So it's just really great to be able to teach someone a skill, an edible skill that they're able to continue and share with other people. I only teach classes in which I enjoy the food myself. So I also teach anything dough heavy. I'm really great with working with doughs. It just comes in hand with making dumplings. I teach pasta classes. I teach pho. I teach
pretzel. Can you make the pretzel?
Yes, I teach pretzels classes. It's just whatever I enjoy eating and am passionate about, and I want to share that with other people.
That's great. I know you're an avid cyclist, and Edmonton has just been known to have been extending their bike network a lot. So where do you find yourself biking throughout Edmonton?
I love biking in the river valley, but I also love using the high-level bridge and the bike path behind 109th Street that connects you to lots of other great eateries and breweries in Edmonton.
Yeah, I think I met you once because I remember taking 102nd Ave over to 121st Street to go to, is that Odd Company?
Yeah, it was Odd Company.
Yeah,
So
Odd Company. Yeah, it's great.
from the high-level bridge, you connect to the 109th Street bike path. From there, it shoots you off to Victoria Trail, and you get straight to Odd Company from there. Really fun path, yeah.
Speaking to these guests has given me a better appreciation for downtown and the hard work the community is putting in. Downtown's food landscape, nightlife, and commitment to the art scene has me excited for Edmonton's future. So if you're ever in town during the winter, you could skate at City Hall or have a cold beer at a patio on a hot summer's day. No matter what season, downtown Edmonton has something for you.